Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Olympic Ultras podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Michael.
And this is episode 9. This is the men's episode. So we'll be talking all things senior men's, including the Gold Coast United match last weekend in the NPL, and then looking forward to another chapter written in the original derby against Brisbane City. But before we get too far into it, make sure that you're following us on our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Spotify. So that's the Olympic FC _Ultras and the Olympic Ultras podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, comment. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Shh.
We're not doing anything wrong.
Come and hang out. Come and chat to us.
Come say hello.
Come say hello. Exactly right. And I did get a little bit ahead of myself because we will be talking a little bit of extra time today. We do have some extra time stuff today. And we will also hear from Matt Reed.
Yes, and Matt was really good enough to spare a few minutes of his time tonight, before training.
Yep.
So that I really appreciate.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for the Matt Reed interview that we'll splice in here somewhere. With all that said and done, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
First match, the Gold Coast United match. 2-0 to Olympic. Absolutely fantastic result. Really
Great result.
Helps us get our season back on track. Fairly good comprehensive victory.
Yes, considering, the week before.
Yeah.
Where I could have
A rough week.
shot myself. It was such a really good match to watch. It was like the players forgot all about it.
Yeah, they did. There was no...
And I thought that was fantastic. They went in there with a clean slate,
there was
clean
no
state
haunting,
of
there was
mind.
no nightmare.
There was no talk about it. Let's get into it. And
New week,
and we taught United how to play football.
Yeah, we did. They've been on a bit of a rough patch. Again, every game away from home so far due to the Asian Cup.
Yes, which we found out tonight, the Asian
Cup,
Cup, because they were using the pitch. So.
Yep, and fair enough. Obviously, that happened in the Women's World Cup as well. And, it's good for Gold Coast United to, it was good of them to make that pitch available for
sure.
For that to happen. So this is unfortunately the consequence of that. But in my opinion, one of the things that really kind of got to me about this one is that we need to get better at controlling the second half. There was a moment in there where we started losing control, and it really felt like it was going to go the way of Penn Power.
Yeah.
That was up until the point of Ty Cobb scoring in the 88th minute. After Kenshin Takeishi's really good effort in the first half, that the first one was saved and made sure he was on the spot for the second one.
And what was good about that goal? Keeper come and saved it, but Kenshin turned and kicked it. That was back there.
Made some space in that angle
towards that keeper.
Yeah, rather than hitting it again.
Keeper, and I thought it was a really well taken goal.
Yeah, because we had a couple of moments in that match where we found the keeper's chest all right.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, target practice was fantastic, just away from the dude who's in pink.
Yeah, he's about this wide, surely.
He's swear he went home with a couple of bruises on his chest.
I hope so. We pounded him enough.
Yeah, just couldn't get it either side of him a couple of times, but it was good. It was good. It was tactical. It wasn't just, we didn't just play our game. We forced Gold Coast United into a trap that we were setting for. We were letting them play out from the back and drawing them wide.
Yeah.
With that very central diamond midfield, they didn't exactly have those wide players, so we were forcing them out there so we could catch them on the sides and pinch the ball, make the space in midfield, and off we went.
It wasn't a pretty game by any means.
No.
It was one of those games that you grafted out.
I wouldn't chuck it in an advert for Queensland football.
No, I wouldn't put it on the telly at all. But as it wasn't pretty, but we got the job done.
Yeah.
And that's all that mattered. And we grafted and grafted and grafted.
Yeah.
And we got the result we needed.
Yeah, and that was the main part, because so far our season's been good game, bad game, good game,
roller
bad
coaster,
game,
isn't it?
Good game. And we talked a couple of weeks ago about from the Wynnum Wolves result, which each week gone by that doesn't look like such a bad result anymore. But we talked about, is this going to be our season, or the next week allows us to rewrite that and go, no, this is a blip. And unfortunately, we've just had too many blips.
Yeah. Blips are going to end up stopping sooner or later.
Yeah. So,
but I believe the boys are capable of that. The Gaffer seems to be, he changed his squad a little bit again.
Yeah.
For this game against United, and I think
still
that
finding the
really
right
well.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah, it is trying to find the right balance, and when you've got 90 minutes every Saturday or Sunday, but you've got to try and balance the fact that you've got to win that game.
Yeah.
And that's the hard bit.
Yeah.
I've been a coach. I've coached women's senior football. It is really hard to find that balance where you've got to have that team that'll win that for you.
Yeah.
Because there's always that one player that's not going to work, or two players that don't fit together. So, oh God, what do I do here? So you either change their positions or take them off.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to deal with.
Yeah, and I think the thing that really shone through, especially with the Brisbane City loss midweek, as you said earlier, I completely forgot about it. Just played football like it never happened.
Yeah, never happened.
It's the attitude of the boys. It's the attitude of everyone who was on that pitch.
Absolutely.
That they wanted to be on that pitch. That they did what was necessary in training. If they played under 23s to get their form back, things like that. That they were willing to put in that effort and graft out.
But that's what we said before about their mental attitude. And they're making themselves accountable to each other.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I don't know, but I'm hoping after that last result against Brisbane City, they sat down and they just looked at each other and went, "This has got to stop."
Yeah, 100%.
And I hope they had a really nice conversation.
Yeah, face to face, sort of,
the team members. This is bullshit.
Yeah, what went wrong? Let's break it down.
What the hell happened out there? And I think that showed against United.
Yeah, it did seem to, because what we did wrong against Brisbane City, we didn't do it all against United. We were passing to players, we were backing each other up, we were moving, we had the interplay, we had the good one-touch football in and around the tight spaces.
We didn't let them run with the freaking ball.
And even the long balls, because they did try a long ball here and there, because that's how Chris Lucas likes it.
Yeah.
Just completely nullified.
Yep.
And that's what we said before. If we can't beat a 4-4-2 long ball, we're not going to get very far in a lot of competitions.
No, exactly right.
This is the least of all the Queensland Cup.
Yep.
So the fact that we have sat down, figured out what the hell went wrong, and have gone, okay, this is how we nullify the long ball.
Yep. This is what we now have to do.
This is what we now have to do. Yep. That's got to be a fantastic sign.
And to that, I applaud them.
Yeah, 100%. And again, it's that attitude. It's the players who want to be on that pitch and showing that they want to be on that pitch are the ones who are on that pitch.
Yep.
And there's still a good number of players that haven't come back into the fold for whatever reason.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure the Gaffer has his reasons, or Niggles or anything like that. Like Brendan McMorrow's been missing for the last couple of weeks. I've seen Saz around and Kai around. They were both on the bench. But yeah, McMorrow I haven't seen at all.
No, I hope he's all right.
I hope he's fine. But so those players do have to graft out those opportunities. At this level, it doesn't given to you.
No, I've got no.
So
this level won't do you any favors.
Yeah, and I think that's been a bit of a cornerstone of what Brosy's always done. Is if you give me 100%, or if you give Brosy 100%, he will give you 100% of what he can.
Yeah, that's only fair.
Yeah, 100%.
You're here to do a job. You're not here for a free ride.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do the job, you know where the door is.
Yeah.
And that's with this team or any other team.
Yeah, and he's had to do that a couple of times with other players in the past.
I don't care what you bring to a team. I don't care what your pass is. You don't want to work.
Yeah, 100%.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you've got to do the job.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but I think that's what showed. I think that's what shone through against the Gold Coast United match is that ability, that attitude of, no, I want to be on this pitch. I want to give my all.
Yes.
And it's been absolutely fantastic talking to some of the people around the grounds, some of the family members. We've gone quite close to Decky's parents and family at the moment. And apparently Decky and Ty Cobb did a session together midweek because they could. And that's that attitude, and that's that absolute desire and ambition to be on that pitch
Correct.
for as long as possible.
Yeah. And like, every player deserves a chance. I don't care if you didn't play on the weekend. I think every player still deserves a chance.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I hope they do get their chance, and I really hope it comes soon, because every player deserves to play a part in this team.
Yeah.
It takes all those players to play that part. It takes all those pieces to get that jigsaw perfectly aligned and matched.
Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine. No part is too small in a well-oiled machine. I hope
all the players get a bit of a run soon, and just prove that you can do it.
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
care who you are, what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all deserve some time out there.
Yeah. Speaking of proving to being one of the, to be out there, who was your player of the match for this one?
Reedy. I thought Reedy played really well.
Fantastic player.
There was probably a moment or two that the gaffer had to maybe pull him in or pull him across. But apart from that, I thought he played really well. He's grind, he got in there, he tackled well, his heading the ball ability, his passing. I thought Matty played a great game.
Yeah, and he was especially effective for, because again, as we said before, Gold Coast United like to play that long ball.
They do.
Chris Lucas loves to get on the end of it. Matty Reid and my player of the match, Hansi Yu, were just absolutely instrumental at stopping those long balls from coming through. And, because, we did have to force them down the wing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they were any less effective.
That's correct.
They still tried to play that
Matty Reid just nullified so many attacks.
Again, for the exact same reason, Han, for me, just playing in a very different role than when he scored the winner against Lions.
Very much so.
He's now playing, seems to be playing in a bit of a right back, but absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Got in and around it, was not afraid against a bigger player or an older player or anything like that. And that's just, because Gold Coast United can get at you. They can,
I know.
They get under your skin. They put hands on you and things like that. So to have, two young fullbacks in Matt Reid and Han, cool as you like.
Yep.
I had no issue.
No.
And we've talked about attitude. It's attitude. The attitude of our boys, just none of them bit it.
No.
None of them bit at that.
No.
They had hands all over us every single time. If it was a foul, no worries, put the ball down, let's go.
Yeah,
if it wasn't, get back up, got to get the ball back. Like, none of them ever really complained to a referee.
And that's the difference between our team. Big difference there.
Yeah, massive difference.
Yep.
So it's absolutely fantastic to see. That was last week.
Yeah, this week.
This is this week. The second half of our massive doubleheader this weekend.
I wish we were playing someone else.
Me too. I did not want to play these guys
ever again. I want them struck out of the league.
Well, I said so. I was going to say so quickly afterwards, but yeah, let's go with ever again.
Yeah.
The original derby. Spencer Park plays host once again somehow.
Have we ever played Brinza City at home?
It's been a while.
That's been a while.
This will be, I think, our 5th match in a row.
We should change ground. We just move in. We're there long enough. Often enough.
I think this will be our 5th match in a row at Spencer Park. So this is the 6 p.m. kickoff. The 3rd in the day, but the 2nd of the senior teams.
Yeah.
Absolutely still devastated from the loss a week or so ago.
Yeah. I won't say give you nightmares, but I just don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched the highlights.
No, I haven't either.
I can't bring myself to watch the highlights.
I haven't either. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't want to go to Spencer Park again.
No, neither do I.
Oh, someone save me.
But again, as we spoke not just a few minutes ago, the boys come into the Gold Coast United game with a different attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brisbane City caught us by surprise very quickly.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they were expecting to score those 3 goals in the first 20.
They kicked off and were doing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And before we realised, we were 3-0 down.
Yeah.
And that just was in the
We
guts.
were dazed for the rest of the match.
And as we said with the discussion of last week's game, they didn't score in that second half.
No.
That just goes to show the whole change of attitude that we had. So that was the start of that.
Yeah.
which then flowed on to the Gold Coast United game.
Yeah, we couldn't quite get back into it.
No, we couldn't.
And that was partly being 3-0 down, partly Joshua Langdon.
He had a great performance.
He always does somehow, or at least he always does against us.
Yeah, but I watched him play against East.
Oh, and Gold Coast Knights.
He might also have been under 15 keeper.
Yeah. The last two league matches,
he could have caught a goal.
They've conceded 8 goals.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, it's just the same dude.
Yeah, it was just when that result came through, especially Gold Coast Knights' off-field, not problems, but we are all aware.
They've got some internal issues.
That they've got some internal issues. The money's dried up.
Yeah.
You know, they are not the same Knights they were.
You would have thought so.
You wouldn't have thought so with the result that came through over the weekend. And they were 4-0 up at one stage. It took 2 90-plus minute goals to make it look somewhat reasonable.
So, I mean, City are beatable.
Yeah, 100%.
And I saw the highlights of that game. And
in the league, they conceded 8 goals in a row.
Yeah, I didn't think I thought they played crap.
Yeah.
I thought they played shocking. When I look at that game and look at our game,
I'd love to see where the Kappa Pro Series Brisbane City went. That's what I'd be asking if I was a City fan.
We can beat this team quite easily.
Yeah, 100%.
We really can. And I really believe that.
And I think it's the mindset now. I think it's the attitude. I think we've got to go in there knowing we can.
Yeah.
We've got to forget about what happened in the Kappa Pro Series. Yeah. I do think there was a little element of we played a somewhat rotated team and they played a first team.
Yeah.
That's the
way it goes.
That's the way it goes. That's the risk you take when you play a rotated team for a cup game. You never know if the other team's going to play hard ball or if they're going to also rotate a little. But coming off the 4-0 East defeat, they probably had a point to prove.
Probably.
So,
to themselves and to their fans.
Yeah, exactly right. So, I think we should be ready and expecting a very, very similar Brisbane City, considering they conceded another 4.
Correct.
To try to come out of the traps, try to hit us hard early. That long ball approach again. It's just up to us, our attitude, to try to nullify that this time.
I wouldn't park the bus, but I'd be very solid at the back. I wouldn't play a 5. I'd probably play a 4 at the back, just to sort of stem that flow. And as we get on top, I then probably have a 3 and bring the other player back into the midfield.
Yeah, I'd probably look at maybe not so much of a marauding fullbacks, maybe like traditional fullbacks. Yeah. If we played a 2-man midfield, maybe looking at switching that to like a 3-man midfield just to sort of solidify it, a proper defensive mid.
And just to cut those balls coming through the channels.
See how they go, try to force them into a tactical change, and then we can go back to our normal.
Correct, absolutely.
Even if you, and this is the beauty of Louis. Louis could play that holding defensive mid 100% of the time. And then when we wanted to switch back to our normal, Louis could go straight back up anyway. Yeah. Because this is what we've transformed Louis into. He's the Swiss Army knife.
So we've got 10 outfield players. So if we put Louis in 9 minutes for every position, that's his 90 minutes.
We all dream of a team of Louis Greenwoods.
Team of Louis Greenwoods.
Absolutely fantastic. Sorry that you had to listen to me sing.
No, yeah. I thought someone was cutting his throat, sorry.
But before we go too far into our tactical breakdown, we're going to hear from Matt Reid.
We are.
In this one.
Matty, thank you once again for your time. A good result against Gold Coast United. How are you feeling after that one?
Yeah, feeling awesome. Yeah. I think sort of to bounce back from a sort of a tough week last week, to play the way we did and get the result we did was massive. And it was, really good performance. Very happy with it.
Awesome. Speaking of last week, the last time out against Brisbane City obviously was a bit of a night to forget. What are your thoughts having to face them again so soon?
It's good, really. Get the chance to sort of get back at them straight away is what we'd want. It's away again, which is it's not ideal, but we know more about how they play now. We know what we're up against, and we'll definitely be up for it come Saturday.
Yeah, awesome. And what would be the goals for this game? What outcome would measure a successful trip to Spencer Park?
A win, 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as, easy done.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, awesome. So you've been around Olympic for a number of years now. You've obviously been in the 23s. You've made your way up to the senior team, and you've managed to, be in the senior lineup pretty much every single week in, week out. What do you put that down to?
I don't know. Just me being great at football. I think
And humble.
I think it's just I've been in Olympic for a while, and I've always just sort of come to training 3 times a week, play a game, just do my best really.
Yeah.
And thankfully Grossi and Luca before that as well, had faith in me to keep moving up. And I don't know, I just sort of do my best and go where they tell me to go. So
Yeah, awesome. And just last one, if you weren't aware, we've started a giveaway on the Ultras podcast for the chance to win an Ultras t-shirt by guessing the first Olympic goal scorer in round 5 against Brisbane City. Who's your hot tip for the first goal scorer for Olympic this weekend?
First goal scorer. I'll say Sammy Cogan.
Sammy Corrigan?
Yeah,
good
big
shout.
header.
Yeah, he's already scored 1 this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. He's a
Fantastic.
threat.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Matty.
Perfect, brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to hear from Matt. Really, really humble.
Yes, as I said, he's one of those guys who just don't say a lot and just does his job week in, week out.
Yeah.
He's not one for the limelight, and that's why I respect a lot for him.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. And something that was mentioned in that interview that I haven't mentioned just yet in the podcast is the T-shirt giveaway.
Yes, there is. T-shirt giveaway.
So this is the NPL round 5. If you watch both podcasts, you will know in the round 5 in the women's, we gave away an Olympic Ultras t-shirt modeled by your fantastic hosts here. The winner went to a commenter who correctly guesses the first Olympic goal scorer of the match. We actually did have a winner last time, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
They correctly guessed that Nikki Friedman would be the first goal scorer. We asked Matt Reed. He says Sam Keegan as his hot tip.
Pressure's on, Sam.
Pressure's on, Sammy. So if you want Matt Reed to win that T-shirt, Sammy, you got to score a goal. If you want to win that T-shirt right now in the comments of Spotify or YouTube, whichever you happen to be watching on, guess who's going to be your first goal scorer?
No time. No first, second half, just first goal scorer.
And if there are multiple comments on the same person, we will take the first one. The first one. So make sure you get your guesses in quickly. Honestly, I think if you were going to do a hot tip, who would you say? I think Kenshin's on it. He's scored 2 goals in a row.
But I think Ty is due for a big one.
Yeah, Ty's. Yeah, you reckon?
Yep.
There you go. There's our hot tips. Listen to us. Don't listen to us.
Do I win a T-shirt?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll get you a new one.
Thank you.
But yeah, so jump in the comments. Tell us who you think is going to be the first goal scorer, the first Olympics goal scorer, and if you win, we will comment you or DM you, and we'll ask for colour, size, and we'll get that to you as soon as possible.
Certainly will.
But yeah, look, Brisbane City's last couple of games, again, we talked about the last couple being Gold Coast Knights and Eastern Suburbs. Before that was a little bit closer to the Brisbane City of old that we knew.
Correct.
Which was a 2-0 win over Morn City Excelsior and a 3-1 over Brisbane Royal B. So they are also having what can only be considered as a fairly inconsistent season, which I really kind of wasn't expecting from them. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out of this.
Yeah.
Who can get their season back on track.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
It's going to be an absolutely amazing game.
It's going to be so much pressure.
Yeah.
That I don't think they've got the temperament when it comes to behavioural side of the game. So the more pressure there is, the longer the game goes at a stalemate, I think you'll find some Brisbane City players will start to.
Yeah, and like I said,
they're not the most gracious, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we've got such a calm head on our shoulders. Like, yeah, we argue, we do some dodgy tackles, but we don't bite back in those things, as we just talked about a couple
minutes
ago.
And that could play well into our hands. If they start abusing the ref, the ref just takes mental notes. Number 10, watch yourself next time. And number 10 doesn't give a damn.
No, just say it again.
It was like one of the Gold Coast players last weekend. He just kept on and on and on. And thinking, mate, you get your marching orders, you keep this crap up.
Yeah.
He never did.
He never did
But,
because
you know, like, they push it to the brink.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so it will be a hell of a match. Just
it was a great game.
Quickly reiterate, so that is the NPL Men's Round 5 match, Brisbane City at Spencer Park on the 21st of March at 6 p.m. That is the second in the double header, so make sure that you get down for the women's game as well at 3:45. Both games back-to-back, all the 4 games back-to-back, which would be absolutely fantastic if you are so inclined to sit down in Spencer Park and watch all 4 games in a row. But yeah, we'll be there. We'll be at the far end of the stadium behind the Olympic dugouts. You'll see us. We got our banners. We got our flags. Kind of unmissable in a little bit.
Unfortunately, we are, aren't we? Yeah.
Not exactly conspicuous or well hidden.
No, not far at all.
All right, so we will move into extra time.
Extra time. This is a segment that we've decided to put on to answer some questions that you may have, or just to promote a few things.
Yeah, a bit of a shout out and things like that.
And this week we had the pleasure to talk to Nathan Vecchio, who's one of the Olympic coaches. He coaches the under-13 MJL side. And I thought I'd just get some details from him. And looking at the games from last weekend, 2 games we played. Game 1 we played against Oxley, won 14-1. So I thought the boys were just lucky.
Yeah, that's a tight game.
It was a tight game. I thought they were,
they really dug in there, and they really
they could have sort of held back, but 14-1.
Yeah,
anyway, and Hugo, hats off to Hugo. Great hat trick, my son.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done,
mate.
Absolutely amazing.
Hugo in game 1 against Oxley. Game 2, they had a great game against St George. Managed to come away with a 1-0 win, but a really strong effort. So the lads played really
that's fantastic.
Well. Brilliant. Goalkeeper James made some immaculate saves.
Yeah, incredible. Amazing.
Boys right in it.
Well done, James. Goalkeeping's not an easy spot.
No. Yeah, Luca created the goal. Ball across, ended up going as an own goal. So, but pressure's there.
But you've got to put the pressure on. People have got to be in that position.
Luca done that from the start.
Yeah.
He played really good football, so shout out to Luca. Great effort from the lads.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely fantastic.
Sure the best for the rest of the future.
And 2 games that week.
2 games in both over the weekend. 14-1 win against Oxley and the 1-0 against St George.
Incredible.
Great effort. Again, hats off to Hugo for his hat-trick against Oxley.
Yep.
So, brilliant work.
And thank you for Nathan for sending that through.
For sending information through and enable us to put that on the podcast.
Yep.
Promote the lads for the under-13s.
Yeah, and if you want your team shout out, if you want us to talk about your results, feel free to send them through. Either on our Instagram or send us a message anywhere else, or just come see us.
So us at the ground and say, hey guys, do you mind doing it this weekend? Don't mind at all.
100%. We're more than happy to give our email out so that you can send us some information.
We're Olympic through and through. We're happy to promote either the boys, girls, juniors, you name it. We're happy to put the name out there.
And look, seniors is the flashy stuff, but the heart of the community.
It's the pulse. It's
your MGLs. It's your academies. It's hell. It's even like your over 45s and your over 35s. Yeah, it's the people around who get involved.
What makes Olympic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, I think there's an over 45 teams now.
There is no over 45 teams now.
That's incredible.
I'm waiting for the over 65 heart attack.
Yeah.
Team, so I can join up.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm in my 30s. I couldn't imagine doing that again.
To the over 65s, you get shorts, shirt,
pacemaker,
AED. So it's not a bad league.
Or for a low,
$2,000 sign up.
But no, it's absolutely fantastic. Again, the community teams are the lifeblood of Olympic and of football.
Football in this country.
In this country, so it's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, if you want a shout out, MJL, adults, whatever, what have you. Send us a message, send us a DM, come see us. More than happy to talk and talk it out. So yeah. Cool. All right, so just one final wrap up. Make sure that you get down to the massive double header, the original rivalry this weekend on the 21st of March on the Saturday. Kicks off at 3:45 as the senior women's. Then the men's under 23s teams either side of that. Again, remember, if you're traveling away, make sure you go and buy something at the canteen. Yes, even at Spencer Park. always
the food
good.
is not as good.
It's not as good as the silver platter, which we had tonight.
Oh my god!
And I was so amazed that I was able to walk out of there. Like I was
if you
so
don't get
full.
one of those next time you go, you're missing out. My goodness.
So good. Boys in the canteen did an absolutely fantastic job. But make sure that you're buying a tea, a coffee, a pizza that's available at Brisbane City.
Yeah.
Get some money back into the footballing economy.
We need football to survive in the state.
We do need football
to survive every year.
And
that's the only way it's going to do it, by helping each other.
Exactly right. All right. But until then, until next week, let's go Olympic.